Still do not believe it. Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And today, I am very excited to be checking out one of the only two projects that is active and live on Gamefound right now. And what that means is it has a chance to fail. It actually needs your money. They're trying to get stretch goals, that sort of thing. That is Carolingi. Now, before we get into this, I feel like I need some splaining to do, because obviously if you see the thumbnail of this video, you see Gamefound sucks. That is a big, bold proclamation, and I want to, A, dial that back a little bit, and B, I'll say take a victory lap. We'll call it that. So, the reason why I labeled this Gamefound sucks is because I 100% believe that I would not recommend that you use Gamefound over Kickstarter if you were a small publisher 99% of the time. Unless you have a tentpole game, or you're a big publisher, you got a big designer, something like it. You got to have something. I would never recommend Gamefound over Kickstarter. And on, I believe it's Tuesday, they once again rubbed that right into everyone's face why I don't recommend them over Kickstarter in just about any way, shape, or form. And that is because at the time that I made this Kickstarter critique, there was only one game live on Gamefound. It's the game we're checking out today, Carolingi. Now, despite the fact that there was only one game live, it was buried all the way at the bottom of the front page. It was not one of the featured things. I was like, really? How crappy is that? You only have one project, yet I see Simon. I see you, Awaken Realms, because yes, Awaken Realms owns Gamefound. They don't necessarily like to broadcast that, but that is exactly the case here, with 3 of your projects on here, and Carolingi not having any. And then I got even, so I made a YouTube short on it, and then I got even more annoyed later in the day when another project, this one right here, Hunted Kobayashi Tower, launched on Gamefound, and then I go up there, and guess what? Neither of these projects were on the front page. Not anywhere on the front page. There are 22 projects on the front page. Now, granted, that's low-hanging fruit, because some of them are obviously upcoming, but there is 14 projects on the front page of Gamefound, 6 of which are featured, and neither of them were from the 2 small publishers who were the only 2 publishers who used Gamefound at that particular time. And as someone who has a lot of friends who are small publishers, that pissed me off. And so I made a video, I started a ruckus, I caused a little bit on Facebook, and well, now as you can see, they're both on the front page, and as yesterday they were both featured. Now I might have had to do that in a little bit mean way, talking about how Awaken Realms is sitting on their pile of money and they should at least pretend like they give a crap about small publishers. But the bottom line, oh yeah, it's live now, but the bottom line was when they were both live, and Kobayashi was funded at this point. This Hunted Kobayashi right here was actually funded with nearly $10,000, and it still was nowhere on the front page. They clearly show their priorities, and I just shined a spotlight on it, and looky there. Now they're both on the front page. I got you back, small publishers. Let's go. But anywho, I'm done tooting my own corn. Carolingi. I can't even make these words up right here. Once again, I still hate Gamefound because they're stupid squares and the fact I have to make a click, but let's make that click. In Carolingi, the players assume the roles of grandchildren of Charlemagne. They are the Carolingi. The game includes a competitive version and a semi-cooperative version. So I do like the fact that it's competitive, it's semi-cooperative. Once again, that's a thing that I would love to know right from the main image. But with a square, you're restricted on what you're going to be able to do here. So instead, we have the box cover, which is generic Euro-y from 1998. Like, I love generic Euro. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big sucker for dry Euros. I eat that stuff up. But this main image is not exciting in any way, shape, or form. And, like, so I definitely think that could be spruced up. And once again, we go back to a rectangle and why I pound my chest for a rectangle. Real quick, real simple. Which one looks better? This one that actually showcases the board and some of the components and the fact that, ooh, it's a AA board and you're going to be putting your tiles in there and holding them up, you know, at a certain angle. Or this stupid-ass square, which just has a box on it. For the love of God, Gamefound and Awaken Realms, I know you want to be different, you want to be unique and special and blah, blah, blah. Just go with the rectangle. Backer Kit does it. I'm pretty sure Indiegogo does it. Kickstarter does it. I've looked at some different, like, crowdfunding websites that are literally, I have to Google translate them because they're from different parts of the world, and the overwhelming majority of these crowdfunding platforms use the rectangle for a good reason. And you're like, no, we're going to be special and unique and use the squares. Get rid of the damn squares. One of these days they're going to listen, because I tell you what, I complain enough at Gamefound, and even though they say they don't listen, sometimes they do. That wink was for one person. Carolingian introduction, let's go. I'm done. I'm done. Until we talk about the other Gamefound project tomorrow. Let's go. Sea Cove Games, I'm in. I'm all about dry Euros. Let's go. Do I want it? Can you do it?
In the
How
late
much is it?
800s, the Franconian Empire...
All right, you are really selling me on that dry Euro theme. That's fine. A lot of people, they're jammed, but hopefully
was
did see a
held
little bit more.
together by the will of one man. That man was Charlemagne, who...
Once again, closed captions. I completely understand every single word he's saying. Closed captions are always nice. Once again, I think I love about Gamefound, I can click on this very easily on my end. I know somebody's told me on Kickstarter that the creators of the videos themselves can implement closed captioning in their videos, but I love the fact that because they use YouTube videos instead of the stupid bull crap that Kickstarter does, I could manually just click on it and see the closed captions, especially if I'm a non... this is really... Oh, those look great. God, that looks so good. This is especially for non-English, you know, when it's not their first language kind of thing. But it's clean, clear. I like it.
From his throne in Aachen would brook no dissent. With his death, the empire under the ineffectual rule of his son Louis the Pious is there to be taken. And you...
Okay. I love a dry Euro, but man, this, like, you're going harder than I've seen a lot of other people go into the fact that you're a dry Euro here. And it's looking borderline high school PowerPoint presentation, which I understand. Not every company is a massive company. But, like in this case, I honestly think a personal touch would be way better. You know? Hopefully we get one.
The Carolingi, the grandchildren of Charlemagne, are poised to take it. Every turn, you will choose 2 action tiles that will be resolved in random order using the season board. This will result in the kind of invigorating player interaction that will make each game year fly by, whether you're playing with a maximum player count of 6 or with just one other opponent.
All right, now that we're actually getting into the meat potatoes here, I'm not talking about Charlemagne, who I'm a stupid American. I don't even know what the hell any of that stuff means, but I love it because it's Tri Euro. Now that we're actually talking about the components, the gameplay, what makes this different, the fact that you're saying, oh, 2 players, 6 players, don't matter, they're both great. I say, ooh, that's a tall task, but if you're willing to pound your chest in the video about that, that gets me excited. You know, because a lot of companies know. They know. They put in the FAQ. Hey, this could play 5, but, you know, it's not our ideal way of playing it. I see that all the time. Thank you for being honest, first and foremost, companies. A lot of companies don't do that, but I love the fact that you're spotlighting this in the video. It's a great question, and it also spotlights your player count, because once again, thanks to Gamefound and their stupid choice to make it so that you have to click a button in order to see this crucial, valuable information, like, going up to 6 players in a Euro game is a big deal. Period. Just period. I will pound my chest about that. That makes this game so much more appealing and versatile. And I immediately go back to that main image, and I know it's hard. It's a lot harder to make a square look sexy than it does a rectangle, as weird as that sounds. But 2 to 6 players, I think, is an important thing to think here. And if there's a solo mode, which maybe they shoehorned it in here, especially if there's a cooperative mode, I would mention that 1 to 6 players or 2 to 6 players at the bare minimum, because up to 6 players on a Euro game, I'm in immediately. My intrigue is peaked.
Winter 830.
Oh, what the hell? It's a different video. Okay. I want to go back to my video. Wow, that's a nice shot. Oh my gosh, look how thick those player boards are. Oh, it's hot. Why haven't I seen those in the video? Why do you see a picture of some old guy from 1637 wearing a stupid hat? Why do I see that? I want to see those. I want to see how thick those prototype components are. Or if you're bringing, this is the Dutch trailer. Oh my god, where was the video I was watching? This is the teaser. This is a picture. This is playtesting. Where's my video? I'm so lost. Damn it, Gamefound. And I'm on Gamefound all the time. This is not English. Okay, it's not. Where's mine? It's 1:49. Oh, here it is.
Winter 830.
No, where's my video? How many things are up here? I apologize. I'm feeling super Is the video gone? I just keep hitting the button. Is this the video? That's not a video. That's not a video. That's a great picture of what looks like heat stamped or screen printed components. I think I know the difference. If I looked it up in a second, I could figure it out. Where's my video? I want to go back to it. Yeah, this is why I guess you don't want to have a million things here, because it looks like there's, okay, here it is. I found it. No, I didn't. Is it? Here it is. God dang it, that was so hard to find. You saw, I just kept hitting the button and hitting the button. Okay, too many videos up here. I love the fact that that's an option, but a little too much.
Das riesige Reich Karls des Großen.
That's not the right video! Try reloading the page. Thank you, Kevin. Just plug it in, unplug it. This is the first one. There it is.
Winter 8, but for the
no, this isn't it. This is a different
slip
video.
into the rules of Karl's grand.
Because we wasted the first 40 seconds talking about theme. This is a totally different video. Where the hell is my video that I want to watch? Here is the introduction. Here it is. There it is.
taken.
This picture. I don't need it.
This will result in the kind of invigorating player.
That was, once again, I love Gamefound for a lot of the stuff they try and do, but that, like, as just, like, the fact that it automatically scrolls. Like, I'm not, look, hands, I wanted to come back to this. I go back, I go take a pee break. Okay, no, it didn't move. Maybe it's a ghost. I don't know.
Interaction that will make each game year fly by,
Excitement.
whether you're playing with a maximum player count of 6 or with just one other opponent. Great care has been taken to ensure that Carolingi scales beautifully.
Love it.
The game comes with double-layered player boards and a host of wooden components,
Love to see that on the main image. That's nice.
many of them screen printed.
There was the word I was looking for, and I absolutely love that. The fact that you used that word, you threw it in my face, and now I feel... There, it did it automatically, I'm telling you. I love that fact that you used that very specific word. Talk manufacturing to me, I love it.
There are also 2 play modes in the box, a competitive mode or a highly original semi-cooperative mode that will have you leveraging your relationships around.
Semi-co-op and highly original. Here's the bottom line. Semi-cooperative, Euro, up to 6 players. These are 3 words. We're lucky if we get one of those in a Euro game. As a diehard dry Euro fan, we're lucky if we get one of those 3 buzzwords, and you have all 3 of them. I would once again, I pound my chest a little bit. I think that's fantastic.
Around the
I'm
table
excited for this. I want to play
and
this.
choosing when to take your chance at the throne.
Because let's
Carolingi
be honest,
is a
I don't feel like we need to focus on the theme for the first 30, 40 seconds. Oh, I'm trying to take the throne. There we go. That's done. I don't need 40 seconds of you showing me a guy in a funny hat here. I know it's historical, blah, 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 blah. But how many games are literally the basic premise of the game is, yeah, you're all trying to take the throne? 1,000? 1,000? That's an honest question. 1,000? It's not especially unique theme. You don't need to spotlight it that much. Spotlight what you got going on.
a highly interactive game that takes 90 to 180 minutes to play.
Oh my gosh, there we go. Medium to a little heavier on the medium weight range. I love that. The 1.5 to 3 hour time frame, there's a whole market for that will chew that up. Once again, I would honestly put that on the main image. I would put the player link time count main image, and I know you could get to it easily by just making that extra click, but do you want to make an extra click?
Are you ready to assume the Carolingian throne and unite the empire?
No, but I am ready to play that dry Euro because it looks awesome, and I now want to know more about your semi-cooperative, and I see a $64 price tag, which is $4 more than MSRP was. 64 euros, once again, but I'm pretty sure Gamefound converts the currency. I'm just not logged. Oh, I am. Just euros. Look at this. Look at this. Gamefound, I trash on you a lot, but when you do stuff right, I don't. This is great. That's fantastic. Love it. Boom. Kickstarter, steal that. Go steal that. I need to get on a phone call with Kickstarter. Just be like, here's 4 ideas. I don't care what you think about me. I don't care if you know me, because you probably don't. Just steal these 4 ideas and your website will be better. So now we're up to $71. Okay. I'm a little, plus we haven't got to the shipping yet, which means we're probably looking around 80 to 90 bucks. And I'm like, that's not a good price. Doesn't feel like a good price. Also, I feel like this was a decision that was made. That was a decision. I want to go double check something real quick. The fact that they put 90 minutes instead of 90 minutes to 180 minutes, that was an active decision. Or do they only give you 180? Oh, they don't let you put in a range? That's stupid, Gamefound. Really? All right, Gamefound, go fix that. Alex, he's like one of the PR guys for Gamefound, and one of the people, you know, Waking Realm sitting on their pile of money when they make $4 million every Kickstarter they launch. Can we get a wide range here? Can this be something that I can potentially fill in instead of just picking one? Because I think going up to 180 minutes, that's a valuable piece of information. Let me know what you think about that. Co-op Euro. No, semi-cooperative co-op. Like that's like, I'm looking over here. I'm like, all right, what semi-cooperative Euro do I have? Because I love semi-co-op. I know it's a hit or miss with a lot of people, but yeah, cool. Competitive and semi-cooperative version scales very well. New regions, so now you're just kind of regurgitating what you said in the video, okay? But typically I'm not the biggest fan of that, but with you having like 8 videos and it's really hard to get back to one, cool. Unique bag building! No, this shouldn't be buried here. Why wasn't the word bag building mentioned in the video? Honestly, I think that's on the marquee. Bag building is one of those ones where that's a mechanism. That's there. Euro, bag building, up to 6 players, semi-cooperative. All 4 of those are buzzwords that it makes me want to bust it out on my game night. Have a nice, like, maybe we'll wrap it up with Orleans. Love it. Aesthetic and functionality. Theme isn't just the backdrop, but whatever. Cool. You're saying it interweaves, which is great. That's part of the reason why I love Orleans so much. It's a lot easier to teach because the theme and the mechanisms interweave very, very well. If you're newer to the hobby or if you just never got around to playing Orleans, I cannot recommend it enough. Single copy. So it's not. It doesn't feel like a great price. Let's see what the components are. One double-sided game board. Cool. Love the factor spotlighting double-sided. Love to know roughly the dimensions of this. One problem bar. We got cards 37, 38, 39 cards. Okay. So far component-wise, I'm not seeing that price point just yet. Nothing here is that expensive or unique or special. And screen printed, those are nice, but once again, it's almost industry standard at this point. If you're looking at a Kickstarter or Gamefound, it's either a stretch goal or built in at this point. And then a lot of wood. Yeah, that doesn't feel like a great price. As someone who works for a manufacturer, I'm a little bit. I wonder if they're printing this in Germany, because generally when you print in Germany, just typically the prices are going to be a little bit higher, but normally better quality. But once again, with these components, like, it's just wood. It's wood components. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of wood here. That's going to raise up the price. That's going to raise up the weight. Okay, it's a heavy game. Okay, I see it. It doesn't feel like a great price, but I see it with all that wood. Single copy includes the game and wooden game box. Oh, wow. This feels like the kind of thing that, call me crazy. Call me crazy. You might want to mention in your video. I know you want to show me a guy in a funny hat from 473 years ago. I know you want to, but maybe just a little passing comment about how you have a reasonably priced, customized wooden game box. That feels like a misstep. That definitely feels like a misstep. It feels like it's just thrown here in me, and I think that's the kind of thing that you could get people excited about. I'm very excited to see these pledge levels and see how popular this pledge level is compared to the main pledge level. Because it doesn't sit like, dang it, convert the currencies. Because, yeah, Gamefound's trying to help you out here. Do it for us. Because, once again, the majority of people who back this are probably going to be for the United States of America. Gamefound won't let you look at those hard numbers, but I look at Kickstarter hard numbers all the time. And if you're a fan of this channel, you can confirm. I'd say 92 times out of 100, the most popular place backing a project by normally a pretty wide margin is the United States of America. You should know that, and this should have euros, dollars, and pounds. If you're saying, the prices fluctuate, just put that little weird wiggly symbol that someone has informed me what it means 20 to 30 times, but honestly, I got a terrible memory and I talk too fast and I completely forget. So we have 57 people getting this pledge level. We have 37 people getting this wooden box, despite the fact you did not sell me the wooden box very well. You just said, hey, we got a wooden box. This is kind of what it's going to look like. It's just a generic picture, but it's going to have a fancy thing on it. And hopefully that's something that we'll cover in the updates, but I think that should have been spotlighted even better. 3 at the 2-part, and then 3 at the big 2-part. Interesting pledge level. It's fine. I guess that honestly would be pretty appealing, especially if I lived in a part that's going to have some difficult shipping. And I have a friend who plays games. No stretch goals. For this project, we thought the stretch goals would be a gimmick. Can we stop this? Can we stop all this bad-mouthing and trashing stretch goals? I see it so often. You're not special or unique because you trash stretch goals. Yeah, you're just trying to pander to all the people who don't like stretch goals, but it just feels so... Yeah, the reason why they're stretch goals is because they work. Hard stop. Like, hard stop. Now, on Gamefound, it's less, because it's not a popularity contest on Gamefound. It's just, whoever the hell they want to put up there. Obviously, Simon's going to be up there. Obviously, they're going to be up there, even if they don't have live projects. But, whatever. You don't need to pander to those. Maybe you do. I don't know. I'm an old, cranky old man. I'm not even that old. How to play placing action tiles. I'm old enough to want this game, though. Because I remember the days of, this feels like straight out of the 90s. And while I was not in the hobby in the 90s, I have 2,000 games, and I love exploring these dry Euros from back in the time period. So it's like an interesting time capsule. Turn of the year, how to win. Just give me a gameplay video. Give me some quotes. Rule booklet, great start. Love that. Tabletopia, fantastic. Tabletop Simulator, fantastic. We're checking a lot of boxes here. Vassal, don't even know what that is, but fantastic. We got a Man versus Meeple. Preview, don't care. Preview, don't care. Full playthrough, there we go. That's the one you want. Hour 48. Preview's nice. Don't get me wrong. And let me rephrase that. Having a preview is great, but once you have more than one, it's redundant. Gameplay, great. So 2 gameplay videos, preview, different languages, fantastic. We got all the videos we need here. what I would do, and I know this is just seems like a no-brainer to me, is get quotes. I don't have my phone in front of me. I'm curious to see what the chat's looking like. As a deck building fan, I'm lukewarm to bag building. I still like it, but drawing from a bag is closer to true random than the pursuit of... You know what, Kevin? Get out. No, I love both. I love both, and I do see your point. I do like the deck building aspect, and I completely get what you're saying. I love both, though, personally. Well, get bag building. Just get either deck building. I played Star Realms 2 times last night. God, I love that game. All right, so here's the people. Meet the team. Are you hopefully going to spotlight your pedigree? He designed his first board game, 1995, released a print run of 150 copies. Afterward, Peter found Eggertspiel, which he sold. Jesus Christ, this is fantastic. This should not just be a couple random sentences. This is a hell of a pedigree, especially if you're not newer to the hobby. And if you're newer to the hobby, I think this could have been spotlighted much, much better with, instead of a paragraph here, because once again, people don't like to read, especially when there's a lot to read. And I know people blast me all the time, you just skim through. Yeah, you think most people are legitimately looking through every Kickstarter that they're interested in with a fine-tooth comb, going through every single little detail, especially once they've already gotten the price and now all they need is the shipping. They got the gameplay, they got the rule booklet. I would put this way higher. This makes the Can You Do It so much more prevalent. Yeah, it's the guy who founded Eggertspiel. He sold it. He won the Spiel des Jahres several times. This is bad. This honestly, this to me is a whole half-point grade bump down. I would almost go 2/3 of a point grade bump down. The fact that is this real? Is the designer of this someone who has won the most prestigious board game award of all time, and this is all the respect we're putting on their damn name? That's bad. That's just bad marketing. Market yourself better there. I say this all the time. Put some respect on your own damn name if you deserve it. And Jiminy Christmas, if this person actually, because it didn't just say they won one, numerous. 342. All right, what do we got here? What's the big one? Is there one big one we can point to? These won the Kinders? Huh? Is that right? Are they saying his company, he won the prestigious Spiel des Jahres award several times? This is the same guy. Which one are these? These don't look like super high. Oh, Funfair. What? Yeah, so Funfair got reprinted. No, this is a different Funfair. I don't know. That's weird. I would spotlight that better. I would put the games potentially with the awards next to them. Even if I don't know those games, I still say, whoa, those are big awards. Yeah, I think that's 2/3 of a grade bump down. I don't feel like they did nearly good enough job spotlighting the pedigree there. And now I kind of want to check that out. Like, that just feels like such a misstep to me. If you're that hot of a game. Wait, what? I thought Eggert was doing it. What's going on here? All right, let's go back to this. This is just the person to start the company? So this person didn't make the game. It's just the guy. Like, how about we focus on the okay. Weird. What do we got in there? So we got Chris. I'm just seeing if I feel like they should have spotlighted something here. Okay, maybe not with this. Okay, so now I see why they're not spotlighting the designers, because I don't feel like most people are gonna know what riffraff is. I'm sure you could probably pull something from that, but that's really interesting. There's a lot of here. All right, so final shipping. Once again, you didn't convert the currencies even specifically. Oh, ow, Jiminy Christmas. That's 89 euros. So we're now looking over at $100. No. And here you go. This is ugly. I hate to say this. It does not look like this is going to fund as it currently stands. Now, I hope that everything funds, but if they do relaunch this, first and foremost, I would go Kickstarter with this, but I think they should make a lot of tweaks here. Because this is exactly what I'm talking about. This is not a tentpole game, and I don't feel like they have that distinctive thing enough that would warrant putting it on Gamefound. And maybe, a lot of people just want to take a stand against Kickstarter. Maybe it's because of the country they're in or something like that. But at 90, yeah, this is not a good price game. Is this over $100? Yeah, this is over $100 for what looks like a fairly unimpressive component-wise Euro game. I mean, it looks nice, but it doesn't look $100 nice. And part of the reason is it looks unimpressive, is you're trying to shoehorn in this box. Well, guess what? That's not working because you didn't sell the box well. You didn't mention the box at all. You just kind of sprung it out. I was like, ah, there's going to be a wooden box too. What's it going to look like? It'll be a wooden box. And I have wooden boxes. I get excited for wooden boxes, but if you're going to give me that bare minimum, if you're not even going to mention it in your video, it's not exciting enough to even warrant the mentioning of it in your video. You were telling me that is not an exciting thing, and I'm just fine going with the other dry Euro game without the dry Euro game with the box. Yeah. I would either really focus on that a little bit better or completely nix that. Because right now, you lumping those together and saying, you get this pledge level or you get this pledge level, you're going to get the same shipping, says to me, oh, that's stupid. Like, why are we paying the same? These two clearly have different shipping prices, right? Unless they're doing, flat rate or something like that, which I can't imagine. Yeah, that's that's another third point of great bump down. That shipping section is just ow. That price is just ow. Everything's about that ow. Unfortunately, because once again, this game looks awesome. Let's see. Hopefully some people. Does Asia shipping include Australia and New Zealand? It does not, but we have a great partner helping us in your region. Behold Games is pleased to partner with Sea Cove Games with the first Gamefound campaign for backers in Australia and New Zealand. You can pre-order Carolingi directly from. So this is exciting. Mention that in the story. Now it's not going to be exciting to everybody, but it's exciting and interesting. It's from Off Duty Ninja. They're helping with the collaboration, which was a service that I actually was planning on doing for my Fiverr. Now we do it at the manufacturer that I work at, Hero Time Manufacturing. It's a service that I personally do, where if you get a quote from us, I'll ask, hey, do you want me to be someone in your comments and your updates just to post stuff, niceties, little things like that to keep things churning? So cool. Good for Kira. Hitting the grind. Or Off Duty Ninja. I don't know if Kira works for them or how it works, but either way, I like it. But I also want to see you as well, because that's pretty important that I see you and not just this person that very clearly is just a hired gun for your project. I appreciate the fact that you're hiring a gun. They paid money for this, which is even rough, makes it even rougher when I say when they relaunch, because it looks like unfortunately they might have to do that. I'm rooting for it. Will the box be etched or decorated at all? Very tempting. If so, much less. If not, yeah, once again, sold the box. Piss poor. Yes, it will be S. Thanks for the question. You know where that would be great to put? Say it with me. In the story. Oh, you thought I was going to say in the video. Yeah, you're right. You're more right than I am. Both. Why not both? Nice. The art value of an etched box should be great. Will we be presented with the design soon or even participating in selecting options from a list? Yes. That's exactly what I was going to suggest they do, and I was hoping they would do in the updates. Yes, in fact, I think we might get that today. Stay tuned. Oh, so maybe it is them, because now they're saying we. And before they said, oh no, they're saying we. Okay, cool. I'm interested with that. Because I don't know how I should do that. As Hero Time Manufacturing, I don't feel like I should be saying we, but I think it should be they. I don't know. Absolutely no stretch goals, not even the option of beautifully detailed couriers, soldiers, meeples instead of colored cubes, more battle actions instead of dice war. Yeah, they're giving you suggestions. First, there is no battle game. It is much more. Combat is but a small part of Carolingi, and in our humble opinion, the game is beautiful. Yeah, I would hope. I understand your desire for miniatures, especially when the followers can be counted. Cool. So they are in here responding. Kira's doing some great work on the customer service. My most anticipated game of the day is awesome here. Let's check out the updates. Give this one a grade. Wooden box sneak peek plus gameplay snapshot. Hey-oh, campaign update. Oh, wow.
Huh.
It's fine. It's fine. So here's my question. Are my components going to come in that box? I don't imagine they will, but that's a question I need to know. Or is that going to be a separate thing? Let's turn our focus to the rich, unique gameplay. Okay, whatever. This is fine. Pretty sure it's on the Kickstarter page. No one's commented on it at all. Wow. That's telling. When was this launched? 1/11. Okay, it's just today. It's just today. It's just 2 hours ago. Okay. That's not telling. It's just launched. Okay. If that was from yesterday, a couple days ago, whatever. It just launched yesterday, actually. Tuesday. What day is it? I don't know. Stay-at-home dad. It's a lot of stuff. So, yeah, work in progress. Yeah, okay. Retool. Yeah, that box isn't amazing. But it's better than no picture of the box at all. I'm also, now that I see this box and I see your funding goal, which seems high, and I see the fact that your game price seems bad. That's a hard word to hear, but it does. And I don't think many people would argue, especially with the shipping. You know, even if you're not going to the United States of America, I'm paying $100 for this dry Euro game that does not feel deluxified. This does not feel like a Vital Lacerda jam where it's like got crazy, amazing components. The one big thing you got that I would is this. But other than that, everything that looks awesome and unique about your game is mechanisms. It's not components. And I wonder how much better this funding goal could be if they just said, you know what, we're not going to do the stupid box because the box doesn't look great as it is. And it doesn't feel right. Like, you don't have like an amazing pedigree on these designers or something. I would, like, this was Vital Lacerda. If this was Griffin Games pumping out their next massive On Mars, whatever the hell, and they put out a wooden box, that's different than you. And maybe it's not. Maybe it's not, because as you put, someone who works in your company has had really great luck predicting winners, and you've won these awards, these very prestigious awards. But once again, you didn't sell me that very well. You put it in paragraph form. You didn't have any pictures. It's buried towards the bottom behind really relevant information. And it just feels like this one is just a big old misstep. And the bottom line is, I'm glad that now it is on the front page of Gamefound. And yes, maybe you have to poke a couple bears. Maybe you got to make a YouTube video, scream about it, go post it on Facebook, get people saying, why do you think this is such a big deal? And I did that. And damn it, I will for any other small publisher, even if I don't like the people, which isn't really anybody, I don't think. But it's just the principle of the thing. Unfortunately, this does not look like it is going to fund. I hope I am wrong. But hopefully they retool, they get a much better price. They lose this box or figure out some way to make the box more appealing or spotlighting it better. There's a lot here that it really just feels like a misstep. That being said, I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if it was... I feel like it would probably be doing better on Kickstarter right now. Because I mean, let me know what you think about that. Final grade for this one. Do I want it? Yes, I do. Mechanism-wise, it is right up my alley. There's a lot of amazing, fantastic stuff going for it. And apparently, a great pedigree, maybe, not quite sure. Can you do it? You have a great pedigree, but this Kickstarter page really feels to me like the old guard, the way things were pre-Kickstarter, launching a Kickstarter project now and not getting the best advice from whoever's advising them, or if they're doing this all themselves. There's like 8 things that if I really went through this video and wrote it down and be like, these are things, suggestions that you probably might want to consider doing, where I would imagine at a bare minimum they'd be like, yeah, those 4, totally. I don't know why we didn't think of it. And that's the kind of thing where if you just... It's just a little bit glaring. And that price is terrible. And then how much is it? It's bad. It's a really bad price. $100 for what looks like a relatively unimpressive, component-wise, Euro game. Like, none of this is impressive. Yeah, it's heavy. But this is why we do stretch goals, people. We start out with the cheap plastic, and then once we hit the funding goal, that's when we bump to the wood. Then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, cool, this great Euro game's going to be more deluxified. And I imagine they didn't want to do that because they're like, well, if we have plastic in the box, then we can't have the wood box. That doesn't even make sense. And no, the wood box doesn't make sense. Get the hell rid of it or make it look nice. Because, yeah, it looks fine. It looks like something I'd be glad to have on my shelf, but not for... Yeah, and the price jump isn't even that bad. That's the really glaring thing here. It's only a $12 price jump, so I understand exactly what they were thinking. It's like, who's possibly not going to pay $12 extra? Especially when the shipping's the same. Well, $12 extra on top of an already not great price just feels like you're screwing me over, unfortunately. And I guarantee you, if they got some other quotes from some other manufacturers, and I'm not trying to say Hero Time, but yeah, I can look at this game and say, wow, why exactly do you need $96 to ship this? $100 to make this game and ship this? What size print run are you doing? Like, and even then the price would go down. It just seems like an objectionably really, really bad price. So final grade for this one. Man, I'm all over the board because I love this game. This game deserved better. I say that from time to time. I feel like a game looks amazing, but the Kickstarter page just does not, and it didn't help that Gamefound decided on the first days to just totally cut them out from under the knees because they care so much about small publishers that we're not going to put one of the only 2 live games on the front page. We keep bringing that up because it's really crappy. C-, but it could easily be B+, A- range, especially if they tweak with the prices. Speaking of looking at hard numbers, where do you get that graph you always show in your videos? I wish I could tell you. And it doesn't pop up for Gamefound. It only pops up for Kickstarter. Someone, let me see if I can find that. So I will do my outro here. If you're enjoying the content, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below as I'm trying to reach a larger number than currently is my current subscriber count. And in the comments below, let me know the final grade from this one. And I know with this one, it's kind of hard because that game looks bad ass, but that is not what this segment is about. It's how I feel like the Kickstarter looks, and it's the Gamefound. Yeah, this is it. So it is called Help Make Us This Extension Better. Here you go. It is Backer Tracker. I highly recommend it since someone recommended it to me so long ago, and I absolutely adore it. Also, what I really like about it is it shows you discrepancies. Like, oh, look at that. How'd you get a huge jump there of like this, or how'd you lose money? But let me know in the comments below what your final grade. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.